Hello! Welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at all the wrestling news from Friday. We start with the latest regarding the TV deal with All Elite Wrestling. Chris Jericho appeared on Busted Open Radio and said, "I wouldn't have gone to All Elite Wrestling if there wasn't a strong TV deal on the table being worked on, and that there's a couple I know of." This was backed up by Dave Meltzer stating that they are talking with two major cable networks for a weekly live 2-hour show on primetime. Even though they've trademarked the term Tuesday Night Dynamite, Tuesday time slot seems very unlikely. A bit more about All Elite is Double or Nothing is expected to appear on pay-per-view for streaming. The second show, which will take place in Jacksonville, is expected to happen in July. There's a third show expected to take place in Chicago in September, which will be the anniversary. Ryan Barkan, president of Pro Wrestling Tees, will be involved in the production of the merchandise, and Chris Harrington, who analyses wrestling finances and business, is hired as the head of business development. So that's the latest I have on All Elite. We then have just one more thing. Chris Jericho also discussed on why he joined All Elite and if Vince knew. A lot of stuff is private, but I did have a very ambient conversation with him. He knew what I was doing. It wasn't a surprise. I didn't just show up in Jacksonville and that was it. The bottom line is that the Khan family isn't messing around. They want to make a go at this, and they have a lot of money and they have a lot of capital. Fair point. It did let Vince know, which is good. Then we have a Royal Rumble weekend tournament. The stars of NXT, NXT UK, and 205 Live are going to appear in a tournament. If you give me a second, I actually have the names of who's in there. Where is it? Representing NXT is Adam Cole, the Velveteen Dream, Dominic Jakovic, Keith Lee, and Heavy Machinery's Dozovic. Representing UK is Mark Andrews, Tyler Bate, Travis Banks, Jordan Devlin, and Zach Gibson. And 205 Live is Cedric Alexander, Humberto Carrillo, who's not debuted yet, Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, and TJP. Which is very surprising. It's going to start on Saturday the 26th of January at 8 AM in Access, and concluding on Sunday the 27th of January between 8 and 12 PM. Which is very interesting. It is apparently being filmed for a network special, and it's called When Worlds Collide, which does sound pretty damn good. Cannot wait to see it. Then we have a controversial story to cover today. Braun Strowman posted a picture on his personal Instagram of himself with several friends posing with a dead deer that they hunted. It received a lot of negative feedback and death threats. He disabled comments and then wrote the following: "Sorry to people that enjoy this post and were commenting on how and showing their support for hunting. I turned the comments off because a lot of people being terrorists and tried to force their beliefs on me and others just because I want to do what you don't like. It doesn't give you the right to tell me and call me and my fans and followers names. I don't go on your pages and tag you for what you like to do in life because I don't like it. Hashtag homie don't play that." There's a lot of backlash. There's loads of people saying he's disgusting. I'm unfollowing you. Calling him an arsehole. Eat poo. Hunting is for scumbags. All that kind of thing. But there was a lot of support saying, okay. A lot of people saying they don't like hunting when it's elephants or rhinos or endangered species, but deer and ducks and that is okay. A lot of people were saying. Me, I'm not really bothered at all. It doesn't change like someone. Here's someone. I used to respect you, Braun Strowman. You were actually my favourite male wrestler, but after you post on Instagram, you can go to hell. You're a sick, evil, violent human being. You can go fuck yourself, just like everyone else who does the same as you. A bit harsh, dude. Because a wrestler did something outside of wrestling, you are going to hate them. I don't like the fact that Americans go around and shoot everybody. I don't mean I hate Americans. But yeah, just ridiculous. Seriously ridiculous. Do you do what you do, Braun Strowman? You do what you do. And then we go for the major push and match for Lars Sullivan is reportedly in jeopardy. He was scheduled to debut on the main roster this week on Raw, mainly in a dark match, I believe. But he didn't show up to the ring, or he did leave the building early. It's believed that he didn't suffer an anxiety attack. He was then reportedly talked out and then was scheduled to have it on SmackDown for the dark match, but he once again didn't show up for the match. And apparently flew back to his home in Colorado. At this time, it's unknown how they're handling the situation, and he was scheduled to have a match with John Cena at WrestleMania 35, which was reportedly going to be set up at the Royal Rumble. How that's going to go, we do not know at this point, but we'll just have to wait and see. Then it's announced that WWE are opening the UK Performance Centre, which is absolutely awesome. Let's hope that is a good success. Then we have an update regarding the planned women's main event at WrestleMania. Vince has accepted a creative pitch to have Ronda Rousey face both Becky Lynch and Charlotte at WrestleMania. Once he decided that, they scrapped the rematch between Ronda and Charlotte at the Royal Rumble and put Sasha Banks in her spot instead. It's noted that we do have 2 more main event pay-per-views before Fastlane Elimination Chamber, so they could have Ronda versus Charlotte on one of those. And regarding Becky versus Asuka at Royal Rumble, it is still in talks that they could have Becky in the Rumble as a surprise entrant and win it. Also, Becky also won the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Woman of the Year award, which she most deserves. Good job, Becky. Then we have an update on the Bludgeon Brothers. Eric Rowan, who tore his bicep in August, is now at the Performance Center training for a return into the ring. Luke Harper is out of action a bit longer than expected, but he does seem close to returning, so maybe in the next few weeks to months we could see the Bludgeon Brothers return to our TV screens, because I have missed them. They were a good tag team. Oh, and Carmella gets high praise from Lance Storm, who said she gets a lot of flack from online critics for her work, so I think it's worth mentioning that I thought she was really held up her end in the main event 3-way on this week's SmackDown. Not sure fans appreciate how difficult this job is. Yeah, I thought she did a fantastic job. I wanted her to win, so but yes. That is the Wrestling Newsroom. If you have enjoyed it, please give this video a like. Please support me on Patreon. A link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later. Bye.